Okay, hello and welcome to Replicat. The game has fully released, the cat matching game where we have matching cards of cats. There's the friendly deck, difficulty... Hang on. I haven't unlocked difficulty 4. Heck. I think this might be a bug because I completed difficulty 1 and difficulty 2. Did not. Did I? I don't think I completed difficulty 3. Maybe I did complete it. But I definitely didn't on other decks. So I think this might be a bug that you can just immediately start off on it. So I've previously played on the friendly deck, but locked level 5, locked level 8 requires. Okay, does it say locks in terms of if I change the difficulty? Complete previous difficulty. Complete previous difficulty. Okay. It locks down there. It's just not as noticeable that it's locked because these things are selected. Okay, so you have to beat it on. But then there's a whole bunch of new decks. The cleaner deck looks very powerful. It has a lot of different things, including a lot of multipliers and percentage cards. That's a very good deck. You need to be level 8 to start at that shiny card, and that shiny card is very scaling. Okay, bluesy deck, murmur, shiny deck, overstaying deck with a little bug next to it. Everything stays on the screen, including that mosquito. You can unreveal cards. I guess you start with the annoying, and then this one starts with a secret dentist's tool. And a cat that's going, nope, no thank you, I don't want to go to the dentist. But there's two more. There's a rainbow deck with a rainbow kitty, and an edgy deck with a gun that stops you from getting curios in the shops. And it's just a lot of yellow cards with money. There's a lot of multipliers. There's a lot of random cards, so the RNG deck, essentially. Seems interesting. But I think well, it's the only one. You can start with the starter deck. So, obviously we did very well at this in the first go, but we're going to be here on the main release and see how we can go. Mr. Butterfingers is here to give us a tutorial. Again, thank you to eRabbit and friends for the free key. Very, very much appreciated. So, full disclosure, we did get the key for free, and we're going to showcase the game, which is very good. We did play the demo previously, but this is now the full. Click on the matching cards to reveal the matching pairs and score points. Your marked cards are added to your hand. Your hands contain a maximum of 5 pairs unless you get things that increase it. Score enough points to reach the goal, which you probably can't see because I should probably... Yeah. Just so that you can see. Because I'm less in the way over here, right? Hopefully that just didn't end the stream and freeze everything. It may have frozen everything. You have 5 turns and 16 moves per turn. After each turn, new cards will be dealt to replace the missing one. Okay, but we match up cards. We didn't see them all come in, so we don't necessarily have any advantage. You look for the pairs, you match them up and remember where they all are. And then the more cards you get, the better. So the earlier ones are a lot easier to match up because there's not many things to do. And then you remember the ones that get replaced get filled in. But it's going to be irrelevant because we obviously got 370 in the first go. But the toast removes the column. And later on in higher difficulties, it will give more columns, as will the other decks. They won't have the toast to remove that. Wow. A shop. You can purchase cards by dragging them into the area above. Cards you'll buy be added to your deck and will appear in future rounds, like any roguelites. Next, we have the curios. These items allow you to tweak the game rules and develop your strategy. You keep curios for the duration of your current run. Lighter. Finally, don't forget to burn some cards. Burning cards requires a bit of money, but essential to removing cards from your deck. And help you focus on the valuable ones. Also, this is very good. Burning cost cannot go higher than 20. You can unreveal cards. That costs... You earn money, but you lose some points. That's interesting. I can't afford the lighter and that. That's very interesting. Starting deck, top left. No! I wanted to buy the lighter and I was trying to go into my deck to burn the cards. Did they move the thing? Did I auto-click? What happens? I clicked on my deck, not continue, right? Let's just watch the VOD back. What did I click? I clicked continue like an idiot. We don't get the lighter that was very nicely there at the very first round. That would have been fantastic. Or that very useful thing to earn a lot of money. We don't need those. They're just too powerful that they would have cursed the run, correct? We didn't need to burn any lesser cards. Whenever new cards arrive, they're dealt on the board. They always arrive in pairs, so the ones that were already on there are just not going to match. So if you remember where all the other ones were, didn't collect. Wasn't that 100 there? If they get shuffled, what happens? They will always arrive in pairs, except the tutorial might have discarded that 100 card, or did we collect it? I can't remember. Brain not necessarily functioning today. Okay, this time we will not be stupid, but I would have very much liked that lighter. Start rounds with 2 times the percentage score of yellow in the deck. Start rounds with 10% of the score. When you match 2 cards, a random neighbour of the last revealed card will get stamped. Okay, well I'm gonna buy the $6 coin. We're gonna start with 10% of the coins, and 2 times multiplier is just very good, correct? That might not be terrible, but, you know, 60 is not a big deal at the moment, but it will be better the percentage later. Okay, so we've got some 50s. Many 10s. Kind of don't want all these 10s, but there's so many 10s. That's the wrong 50. So this has to be a... This has to be the red 50. Surely. What? There were very few other things that it could have been. 125. Hundreds. But sometimes it is good to match the low scoring ones. Just because it gets them off the board and gives you some new things. Now, we might not necessarily get the $6. The $6 one would be fantastic right about now. Just because we're not going to get it. Just because it would give us money. Money now. Money. Now. That's fine, we don't need all the things. We still beat the thing. And we got 650 in 1 turn on the last turn. Ironic, right? It's the multiplier. Essence of Calmness, which is probably what we need to not mess up buying the best thing in the game, which is the lighter. Matching 2 jokers earns you $20. Interesting. I think we might go with that. We could have got extra 19. You have essences in collection. You can put them on cards to make them have abilities. Mosquito. Each round with 1 card revealed. If your hand contains 3 pairs of the same colour, earn $3. That's not terrible. This is very good. It does mean we're not going to get to burn anything, because that repeats 3 times. So 25 times 50, and it repeats 3 times, which now is 2%. That will repeat 3 times with 25 to 50 plus 2%. So that's 6% per card. That's a lot of total. Yeah. That's a lot of total in one thing. So we're not necessarily burning anything, but we're getting some pretty good things. We can burn in the future. Okay. Burn, 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 and we burn, burn, burn. And then there's the $6, which I'm going to take. What does a multiplier do? To... Never know. What does a multiplier do to $6? That felt disappointingly small. Okay. 50. 50-50. Ow. I'll take it just because that's 2%, so 6%, 12%, 24%. Am I crazy? Is there no thing out here? And $18,000. The $6 times 2 times 2 would have been fantastic, probably. But maybe it would have also reduced the money. So that's essentially 250, but it also reduces the whole amount of stuff, so it might not be great. One mismatch multiplies your score by 2%. Mismatch cards get stamped into their colour. Action 2 jokers immediately scores random points between 250 and 500. I do like the jokers, and it's pretty cheap. And then we should finally burn a card if I press the correct button this time. Okay, and then that's $15. We'll burn another. Okay, we'll burn the 10s, so we got some 50s. They did rebalance, so there are 2 50s and 100s, and you know, it's a bit friendlier, the friendly deck, than it was in the demo. Or at least when I played the demo. Okay, but let's continue onwards. The matchstick, we can still get it. It can still come. Okay, but intuition, often a good factor. Okay. Also, matching is always very good as well. So it could be in any of these is the purple, and it could be any of these. Meow, meow, meow. And it's also a lot easier when you... No! Not the one that we wanted. Not as the first card, at least. $6. $6. Let's get the $6. Finally, the $6. Hundreds. I didn't want to match the 10. I wanted the hundreds. Meow, 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 meow. And those 2s at the end of that would have been fantastic, don't you think? We didn't get those. Hundreds. 10. Ow. Meow, meow, meow. 50. 50-50. Okay, but we should win. So it's fine. 1366. So we're winning. Times 3, but decreases it by 0.25 after scoring with this card. I think that might still be not terrible because, you know, it'll go down eventually and we'll have to burn it eventually. 2%. Cannot score higher than 2,000 points. Did they nerf that? 25% chance to earn a turn back if you played at least 5 pairs. First reroll is free. I mean, turn or a extra round. It's kind of cheap. Okay, and then we'll burn a 10. I'm sure you used to be able to just drag that even if it was the essences thing and just burn it, right? Okay, and then we've got a few more 10s that we'll need to burn through next, but we're getting towards having a decent deck. Okay, didn't pay attention to what the boss says. Matching cards doesn't cost a move, but -5 moves. Interesting. very interesting. Oh. Is that not just very powerful? Does that not give me more moves? Okay, repetition. 50. I feel like that just gave me more moves. 100. No! Meow meow meow. Meow meow meow. And a meow 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 and a meow meow meow. Right, well, we know where the times 2 are, we know where the 50 is, we know where the 100 is. Times 2 because it's the last pair. Even though there's a 50 there, the times 2 is just better. 2,000! Okay. Comes the chaos. Perfect. We like chaos. Replace 2 random cards with 200 that ends the turn, though. Plus 75. Or each turn a card is revealed. That one's got a multiplier, but it's kind of trash, so I'd rather start with 1 card reveal. Okay, match, it can grow. That will stamp things, but it's low. And that one, blues will increase its value. It will score less with reds. Score 40 on each match, lose 6 on each match. Earn $3 for each joke in your deck. First turn, round has 4 extra moves. I mean, keep sounds good to me. I keep wanting to click continue to go to the burn, which is weird. Okay, so stay, repeat, auto, and ghosts. Repeat on the multiplier. Let's go. Okay, let's burn. Burn, 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 I burn, burn, burn. And then we've got a slightly better deck. Okay, so we don't want anything else. Like 20 is cheap, but it just, you know, we'll have to burn it later and it'll cost more. Starting with that is suddenly a thing. It auto plays with the 1 of that being revealed. 5, 50, 5. Okay. So one of these 2 is one of these 2, and that's that. That's not a deal. $6. There's the 25. There's the $6. That's the 50. Don't want the 25. Although the 25 is technically better than 10. Hundreds, 100, 50, 50. 100 to hundreds, 50. 150. 100 to hundreds. Times 2. 2. 50, 50. 5. Repeat, repeat. I don't know where that went. 5,000 coins. You know, maybe a little too good sometimes, but it is the first difficulty. I did play the activate 5 super pairs in a single run. Nice. Can have 3 revealed cards at the same time. Interesting. If no cards in your hand score more than 25 points, multiply, it's not going to count, earn $1 for every $5 you have at the end of the round. -1 turn, but let's just do more things. A big multiplier. Honestly, big mults. Big malt strikes again. And then we can still burn a card. I feel like the burning doesn't scale as high as it did in the demo. Is it just easier to burn? Why am I in the bottom right? Did I mean to click bottom right? I meant to click cam on the right. Never, but we move now. Move again. I just looked at my thing and said, oh, I'm not quite where I thought I would be. I guess that's not the worst place to do it, but let's just sit a bit higher. Okay, so we've got $2. Could buy a 10, but I'm not going to. No. Of course, a bit of luck. That's anyone. Okay, so the 100's there. We got a toothbrush, which gave us some things. 300 points. Start with 250 points. That's 25. That's a nice multi purple. I know exactly where it has to be. Times 2. Phew. Nice. 50. I'll take it just to get the max pairs. It makes a clinky noise, so that should be very, very good, but I don't know if it does a lot. Another super. Super. Now, times 3, but loses some money. Reroll is always $10. That could be good if we want to reroll a lot later. And $1 for every $5. If no cards in your hand score more than 25 points, multiply. Score points equal to your current money. Will we ever get $18 worth of that? I don't think. I think I'm just going to burn. We're going to use our money. Effectively. If no cards in your hand score more than 25 points, multiply your hand by 5. But all our cards are very high, so that's never going to happen. Even though it's cheap, never going to happen. Could potentially freeze it to get it out of the pool. Be interesting. Didn't look what the negative was. A random curio is disabled at the start of the round. The popcorn. Oh. Okay, $6 without losing any points. Although I guess it takes us into negative points. $6 times... No, it doesn't multiply to $6. That's a little sad. I would have very much liked to multiply to $6 lots. That's purple. Now. Brain melts a bit. No, that's the downside of the it auto matches cards. Purple. Plus 2%. Blue. Meow, 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 meow. Blue 50, red 50, but we don't need it. Maybe. Maybe we might, but maybe we don't. Okay, we did it. Essence of Chaos. Upgrade this card with this essence. Multiplier. Burn a 50. Last pair revealed gets matched even if they're not matching pairs. Honestly, is that not good? Plus moves and money. We want to burn a 50 eventually, but I think, you know, just give me 3 definitely matches on last pair revealed. Start 2%, but can't score more than the lot. First reroll is free. That loses some moves. I can't believe we lost the thing. Okay, so what are the chances of repeating again? Autoplay. That's fine. Don't mind. $40. Right, is there anything else that I particularly want? $150 per cost. That's 2%, which isn't terrible at the moment. 2% of 400 is 80. That's an 80 costs for free. Then burn this 20. Burn. Okay, then we've got a relatively small deck. We need some higher scoring cards. We got some multipliers, and we got that one, which is very good. Let's not forget that that is actually a very, 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 very good card. 500. Oh. 50. That's an auto-playing card. 50. 25. Okay, so one of these is 100. The toothpaste, toothbrush triggered 3,000. So we started with 400. That's the hundreds. So I don't need to look for it elsewhere. Trigger 50-50. Wonder where it could be. Okay. One of these is the $6, one of these is the multiplier. The multiplier would have been very nice. That's the multiplier. The multiplier. We know where the multiplier is. I know where there's a 25, but I don't want it. Okay. I would like that, but I couldn't get both. Okay, 4,000 with the repeating multipliers. It's just such a good multiplier, isn't it? I guess the auto actually means that the doubling multipliers are good, but it also means that they're less likely to trigger. I wonder if you accidentally match one of those ones with the auto. Does it auto play the other as well? Or does the auto then trigger the other one? That's the question. Okay, you can unreveal cards. Multiplies your hand by if you play less than 3 pairs. You cannot earn moves during during the round. That's fine. Mosquito pretty cheap, honestly. If boss it scores 10 points, that's not great. Okay, multiply if you play less than 3 cards. Honestly, I don't think that happens that often. I'm going to re-roll for 5. Bum, bum. Multiplication charge have 20% chance to stay last. Score 10 points on a match. At the end of every turn, earn moves per cards played that turn. Well, we don't necessarily do a lot. It's 45 to burn, and I burn, burn, burn. I think we should. Okay. Just so that we've got the best chances of things. The money is helpful at the moment. There's a point where it's going to be not that great, and we're going to get rid of it, but for now. Burn, 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 and I burn, burn, burn. $50. So 50-50. Right, so the 100 has to be down on this bottom row. 1,000 points in the first turn. $50-50. 100. $6. I'll take it. The multipliers could have been pretty good, but we can still multi-mults, which is probably one of these, and it's that one. But who knows if we need it. Oh, the percentage mult could have been very good. Money, however, if you do not succeed, is worthless. The multi was there, but we couldn't get it in the same turn because of how few moves we had left. So I will pay attention to my moves. We can do another move. It wasn't a multiplier. Where did the multiplier go? Mob. There's the multiplier. It's fine. We're not in trouble at all. I will multiply to use it. Okay, we've definitely beat the target with 5,000 with those low scoring cards. All we needed to do was play that multiplier anytime and it would have been fine. Okay, times 3 moves to hand. If we got a blue hand, it goes, if you have no identical pairs in your hands, multiply score by 1.2. Mismatched cards get stamped, hinting their colour. I feel like this is very good. I would like to burn cards, but we don't have many high scoring cards. Only works if all cans are blue. We don't have blue cards. When starting a new turn, stamps the cards that are left on the board so you can tell which cards just joined the board. Interesting. Interesting. We start with 2 times yellow score percent. So that would be 2%. Cannot earn more than 50%. 50% is broken enough, don't you think? So, considering we bought one thing that gives us 2%, that yellow card that takes away 25 points, it now is worth more than that. And then I could get an extra 2%. Then it gives us money. That's just smart investment, right? Okay, so now we've got even more percentage. Hundreds, $6, 50, not the auto. Okay. 50, hundreds, brain, frazzles. 25, that's the repeats. 50. This was not a good round. Okay. Just multiply that. 2%, 2%, times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Winning. Maybe winning in a single move. Hey! And the payout with the... if it's not even correct, it matches. I know it's probably bad. That's 16,000 points in 2 cards. If I broke the game a bit, maybe. Essence of balance. Yeah, I may have broken that balance. Just a little bit. Okay, earn a card and add it to your deck. That's not very good for the bosses, so I don't want it. Swap the next boss with this one. Stay in ghost cards, lose you an extra move when matched. I don't have stay in ghost cards. Blue cards can't score higher than 25. Fine. Second pair of purple can't score. -4 moves each turn. I think I would rather swap it for this green paper aeroplane. Joker! I mean, we got things for the Joker, so I think we should take Joker. That is also between 1 and 100. It's not actually ideal. We want higher cards than that. 50 to burn, or we can get mismatch stamp the color. Multiply your hand per different color you have in the deck. Okay, so 1 point plus 2, 4, 6, 8. 1.8 times the cards. Only works if you have more than 2 colors in your deck. So 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8. I think that just is good. Do I take it? Maybe it's in your hands, but you know, if we match all the colors in the hands, then you know, we've at least got more than 2 colors in our deck. Ow, ow, of course. Plus 2%, plus 2 moves, plus $2. Plus score. Well, the the multipliers I've put on auto and repeat, so I think the score needs to go onto the Joker. Plus 75, I'll take it. Plus $2 plus 2 moves. I'm gonna put it on the 6%. So $6, that's now an $8 card. Okay, we've got $10 left, but we can get more money. 50. $6. Well, that's a lot of money. Automatic. Oh. Okay. You need the multiplier. We don't have the multiplier properly. That's 6%. That's 25. That's 100. That's the wrong 100. That's the blue 100s. Okay, so the red 100 has to be one of these two, and that one, I think. Meow, meow, meow. Well, that's 25. $6. Hundreds. I'll take it. And an auto. Well, I think we just win now. I think we just 57,000. I think we just win a little bit. They wanted to nerf the Jokers because I was too good with the Jokers. And, you know, they're a little rarer, but they're still very good. Starting a new round without spending any money multiplies your money. Stamp the cards that you don't match. Your money can go into the negative. It's a bit late for that. Times 3, but it reduces after scoring the cards. Okay, there's 21 rounds, and we're at round 14. Do we want another times 2? Do we want another times 2? I think it might be better to burn this particular 25, because there are 2 blue ones, which means they have a better chance of matching. And we would have been amazing if we had the Tinderbox right now. Fortunately, I was stupid. Clicked away. I'll take a match like that. Ow. I'll take a match like that any day. That cat looks very unimpressed with the money. And we win. Lots of money to burn more cards. Shop has a chance to offer upgraded cards. And 10 extra moves when you only have 1 move left. Burning the cards with an essence upgrade removes its essence instead of burning the cards. Interesting. Why would we want to just burn the essence off of it? If it permanently added it to the cards somehow and so you can add some stack extra essences, maybe that might be interesting, but I don't think it does that. Lose 3 extra moves. I think the extra moves here might be great. 10 extra moves, 150 but 1 less move. The more we go into the future, the better that might come. 5. It's getting so expensive to burn cards. So expensive right now. Bom, 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 bom. Okay. Blue cards cannot score more than 25. A blue card, dabba-dee dabba-die. That's a blue card. 2 jokers, that's a huge card. Repeaty, repeaty. And we might just win. In 1 turn. 37,000. 39,000. Okay. Essence of Chaos. Essence of Chaos. Essence of Indelacio. That is 2% potentially. Burn a 50. Matching yellow cards cost you 2 moves. You cannot earn moves during the rounds. Multiplier card multiplications are lowered by 20%. -4 moves. Adds 1 strongly negativity card that stays permanently until you burn it. 2 curios are disabled. Multiplication is a little less effective by a 5th. You cannot earn moves. Well, we don't really have earn moves. Matching the yellow cards costs moves, which might be a problem. But I think I'd rather have that than the permanent thing that we'd have to burn out of our deck. Ooh. Plus 25 points on that. Good. This is always very good as well. If you have identical pairs, multiply your score by 1.5. This is very nice. Very nice. Right, okay, so Ghost, stay, repeat, rinse, repeats. Stay on the hundreds. Auto hundreds, nice. I think we've got some pretty good cards here. That one's not as good as the 2%er, but I'll take it. You know, that is still 25 plus 25 to 50 3 times. So that's at least 50 to 75 times 3. It's a lot of points. Earn $1 for every $5 you have at the end of the rounds. We get to 100, that's $20. We get into 100 money as easily. It is an investment now. It will pay for itself. What happened to Twitch? What's going on with Twitch? It's just a little broken right now, I think. And a 5. No! Not like that. You can still. I kind of would have liked the multi-mult, but look at the points. Is it relevant? And then 9,000, pretty good. Well, we know where the multipliers are now. The repeaters. That repeats. Ita Griffin. We're gonna go with the mult, with the repeaters. We don't need anything else. That wins. That wins easily. Then the spoon interest $7. See, it paid for itself almost. Next turn, it will pay for itself even more. Ending turn early adds half of the moves left to the next turn. Score 40 for each match, lose 60 for each match. 20% curio discount. Might not be terrible. Reroll. Plus 2 moves and it stays. A repeater. When you match 2 cards, a random neighbor revealed stamping it. Plus 1 max pairs is also very, very good. Want that. Your hand contains at least 3 pairs of the same color. Like, it can happen. Right. These are worth at least 75 to 150. They're an upgrade compared to 25 and 50. And then I can put essence on them to give them multi-multis to make them bigger. Not the old. So we can make some very, very, very nice big cards. You know what? There was no guarantee that we were going to get that, but toothpaste, toothbrush. And I think we just win. Yep. 52,000. Nice. And only $3 on the bendy spoon that turn, but it's still going to pay for itself. That's 10 out of $18 it has paid for. Plus 1 turns cannot burn cards at the shop. And money equal to the card pairs played last turn. End your turn, earn $5 per turns left. Lose all money if 1 turn left. Oof, that one could be pretty bad. That one could be scary. $60 to burn. Expensive. Very expensive, but you know, we've got some nice things. We're going to go to the boss now. Spend $1,000 in a single run. Nice. That's a times 1.25 stupid stampede. We don't need it. Auto hundreds. I'll take it. $6. I'll take that match any day of the week. Again, I will repeatedly take that one every single day of the week. The multiplier might have been worth pursuing. Okay, $6 and multiplier are there. Still got the toothbrush and still might just win it with an extra sneaky $6 at the end. Yeah. Sneaky $6 and still 78,000. Nice. And then $7 on the bendy spoon. I think it's paid for itself now. Upgrade the card with a 2%er. It might be 50 points, but it's now 2%. It's a way better card. Okay, more cards. The first pair of the same coloured cards gets matched, even if they're not matching pairs. Interesting. Okay. Multi 3 times. 1.2 times multiplier. Repeated 3 times. I see. And we've got a 2% 50. This auto is kind of bad. 65, I can burn it. Then give me more things in the shop and match the first pair of cards like it's a joker, but it's not a joker. Reroll is always $10. It might be worth it later, perhaps, to try and get some good cards. We're at round 19. Yeah, whatever. Well, that matched, even though they weren't technically correct. Times 2 Joker. That's pressed the wrong 50 because I wasn't paying that close attention. I was mesmerized. And then times 2 at the end. Perfect. And we might just get the 50,000 on turn. Maybe not. 80,000. Even better. Okay, plenty of money. Ghosts. Okay, all red and blue cards score 25 points. It's a good job we have purples that score a lot of money then, isn't it? -5 moves. Matching cards doesn't cost a move. That helps me. An extra column. Red and blue cards score 25 points. Crazy. So really we want to burn all of the reds, because they're all irrelevant. Purples are good though. Score 25 points. I'm gonna play around. We'll hold on to our money, maybe get some interests. We don't need anything else. That's a 2% card, to be fair. It's the 200's irrelevant. It's worth 25 points. Even if it says if boss to 10, it's 25 points. That is a ×3, and it will pretty much always be a ×3. And it won't count towards our total cards. It's a multiplier, and it's good. But are we multi-heavy? Like, these $6 are a problem. We're gonna play. Red's matched. Ooh. Pointless money. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. We didn't have a multi, I don't think, but the toothbrush is a multi. And that's a lot of coins and cards. 57. An auto is also very good. I know where that is. I wanted the repeating one. And then we win. 67,000, but we've already won. 1.3 million. And the bendy spoon paid for a bendy spoon. Okay, so score 1 million points in one hand. Thank you, I don't mind if I do. On the first turn, all cards get color stamped, but you have less moves. Starting a new round without spending. We don't care about the money. We really don't care about the money. Okay, so blue and red cards are not worth a lot. That purple one's not going to be worth a lot. We have less moves and another column. Right, blue and red cards are not worth a lot. That's a 50. That one is not great. This yellow card has to go. Money is irrelevant. That one is worth 2%. Right, this is the minimum deck size. That one is at least a scoring card. 2%. It's worth it. Reach the smallest deck size. I didn't realise I hadn't done that yet. 150 points. It's one move less, but it's points. 3 pairs of the same color, your money can go into negative. If your hand is a multiple of 5, right. When is it going to be a multiple of 3? Rarely, if ever, right? Okay. I'm wondering if that's worth it. It's worth 2% towards our total. I guess the one that I burnt maybe also took me away from that. Honestly, it's the boss. If we go into the negative, we can still earn. That is very good. 300s permanently decreased, but it's a reds. If your hand score is at least 10% of the score goal, multiply your hand by 1.4. That's a very high chance of happening, right? 10,000. Right, so we have to get 10,000 points per hand, otherwise, maybe not. Maybe we play on the safe side. Okay, I'll buy one of those. 1%! That's 1,000 points! Don't need to see anything else, and we can go into the negative. And we can buy it because of that curio. Okay. I'll take it. What does an auto do? And an auto done. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. That's going to be more than 10,000, so what at times 1.4. And it is a lot of money. 70,000. So that might have honestly won it for us in one turn if I had have gone to the thing. Right. That's fine. Basically, it's a joker in itself. Things shuffled around, which I wasn't too happy about. Repeats. 1% club. And did move. Auto and stay. Interesting. Curious. Interesting. That's interesting how that auto move matched with the stay card. And we win. Sorry, Natslow, we won first go. Sorry, Spacey. Also, 100,000 in one turn there at the end. And we get some stuff and we level up. I don't know about that 1 point colour stamps the whole board. I don't know about that card. Shiny. If it's a boss round, multiply the hand by 1.5. If not, lose 100 points after each turn. Interesting. Multiplies by 1.3 and doesn't count as a turn. Undeniable. 1.5 always plays last. And stay cards repeat. Interesting. Keep playing until you lose. Score grows 2 times after each round. Boss featured random multipliers. So, I mean, we need to go see how endless we can go, right? It's good that they did add the endless modes. I did think that that was a good thing they should add. Let's see how far we can go with this deck. It's not as broken as you would imagine. Okay, the -8 interest is very interesting. Obviously be overspent because I didn't realize there would be a thing. Replace 2 cards in your deck with very terrible cards. 40 on each match, lose 60 on each match, or an extra essence. Or 10 points on each match. We haven't seen the matchstick come back. Score 500 points, but halves it. 2% triple. Like, I could put the 2% on that. I don't think it'd be great. 2%! Because, you know, it had to be 2%, right? That would have been 3%er, but You know, what if it's a trash amount like this? Like 75 compared to 2%. Not a lot. It's not fantastic. But I think I might want to try and go for a ghost or a repeat or a multi something on. Okay, 10 points on each match. It's kind of irrelevant, isn't it? But it's $9. It's cheap. Okay. I could have matched those 2 yellows, but I didn't think it was. Okay, that takes away a move, but it's a lot of points. Okay. No! I think that one's there, that one's there. 32,000, 78,000, we can win. It wasn't the same one, but this one's very good. Nice. The auto 2 times where we needed it. 157,000. No more purring, but $6 on the bendy spoon. Okay. Plus $2 on that 3 times, perhaps. Shortly. Minimum point becomes 20. First re-rolls free. 20% discount on cards. It's probably a bit too late to be buying that, isn't it? But we're on endless. Endlessly multiplying value, surely. The first reroll is free. It's $12 and it costs $10 to reroll. I might as well. I'll stamp. Multiply the points scored by this card. Current burn cards is 13. Interesting. So that would be 2.3. Multiply the cards scored before this card by the burnt cards. 25% increase in costs. I think that might be worth it, right? Do we have a green? I don't think we got green. $6. The $6 card is probably going to be worth less than this. 2 jokers gives a lot of points. Nice. Very nice scoring hands. With no multipliers. But it's still worth 50,000 points. Give me the purples. 150, that's a 50. Purples. Also a 2%. That's not the purple. That -1 move, I feel like, really took more moves than it should have. Another 50,000. That auto. No! That would have been really good to have then. 20,000. No! Not the multi-cat. Elu multi-cat. Okay, that's there. That's there. And we should be fine, he says. 9,000. He needed to go. Where's the partner for that? I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, maximum pairs, toothbrush, some multipliers. This might be it, you know. Not enough. That wasn't the last round, though. I don't know why I thought it was the last round. I could have sworn I heard the cat go. That's the one we want. 1% club. They're not a multiplayer. I'll take the 2%. Not a multiplayer. Right, lots of purples. But repeat a lot. With a lot of money. But it's not enough. No! There were only 50s on the board though, so they weren't worth it. But we got to round 23. I can't. Don't you mean Repli did? Fail a run for the first time. No, we beat the run, actually. Have you known? There's no such thing as failure if you go infinite, right? Okay, plus more moves, plus more turns. Does that... Okay. Level 8 required. This one, we can start with the smiling deck if we want it. With MS Frogos, which is a lot of jokers. What's the downside here? There's more 10s to burn, but you got a lot of jokers. You got the 50s, you got the 25. You got one less 25, you got one more 10. You got no 20, 30 thing. But you got that. $3 for each. You have to complete the previous difficulty to do that. -1 cards and -1 curios at the shop. Hang on. They have different things for each difficulty. That's interesting. A negative card pair is added to your deck after boss levels, and money resets back to 0 at every shop. That is awful. Okay, let's just try to beat the friendly deck. But that's interesting that they've definitely made the negative things different. The negative things different for each deck, so it's not like they've got the same negativity. Choose your negative or positivity. Hundreds, possibly 100, 50. So close. Okay. Sometimes I'm wondering, does the card not come out? Is it possible that the match isn't on the boards? Is that a thing that can happen? Like, where was the match for that? Was it just not on the boards? We could get the $6 very easily. 25% chance to win a toothbrush back. At the end of your turn, earn $1 per pairs in your deck that score lower than 21. Interesting. You'd at least match one pair in order to trigger this curio. At the end of each turn. 1, 2, 3. What was the amount? And 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So $7 per turn. We just need to match one pair. That sounds like it pays for itself. If your hand colours 3 pairs of the same colour, I mean, that's very likely at the moment. The toothbrush might also be very powerful. We can burn later. We can burn later. And I could buy that for $2. And every turn, it would be worth $1. Now, it does mean it'd be something we would have to burn. So I don't think it would be good, but it's something we could do. $25. Don't really want it. That's the blue 50. And 25. Hey. Melting. Okay, 3 matching colours of the same pair. And I definitely said proper words. Okay, maximum pairs should win. 500, exactly. If no cards in your hand score more than 25, multiply your points. 20% discount on curios. The first turn has extra moves. That's a card that just gives you extra turns. I don't like it. If no cards in your hand score more than 25 points, multiply your score by 20. It's cheap, and we have a lot of low value cards right now. I could buy that to give me more things, and it would multiply the thing more likely. Blue cards cannot score higher than 25 points, which also increases the chance of the multiplier, right? Now that, unfortunately, does prevent the multiplier. That's a big 100. 25. What I could do is try to farm the low scoring cards, right? 10. Just to multiply. It is a strategy. Make them all low scoring, multiply them. That's not blue, but 40. Multiply! So that 100 didn't count, but because we multiplied it by 5, it was worth 125. Plus 25. If your hand contains 3, earn some moves. You know, upgrade that for now. Joker? I will not make the same mistake. We don't have any purple cards, so purple Joker's not great right now. Does prevent us burning anything, but at the moment, it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, 2% score goal. Put it on the auto. Auto 2%. Nice. You could ask for more. People could, but they would be greedy. I know 2%'s not a lot right now. Will be. There. Top left. Okay, and then we will just hold on to what we got. 3 colours of the same colour. Hey. Then, again, not worth that much, but good enough. Toothbrush. It's actually not scoring as much as I would like to. That's a 10. That's the hundreds. I don't know if these ones are worth it. I think they're all low, but you know what? We got a good enough winning. Bum, bum. 1%. Not worth a lot right now. Later, it sure will be. 2 pairs of the same colour earn 4 moves. Reroll is always $10. Stamps the card on the left. 13 points right now. Which, ironically, does give the low value cards more value. Now, we are burning the money, but I think it's a smart move. It's very smart. Like, the 1% will be good later, but it's just not worth it, right? 2%. She knows. 25. Wrong 50. It was the wrong 50. Yeah. Just to get rid of the stay. Okay, 372. I need some multipliers. I need multipliers. Am I not getting the other half of that on the boards? The hundreds. The hundreds. There's the 50. Okay, maximum pairs on a toothbrush. Without the multipliers, this is feeling very low. Heads. Hello. Bum bum bum. Maximum pairs. It doesn't give a lot, but it's worth it. Okay, 21 points, $12. Meow. Multiplier. Multiplier. That's each time with the card revealed. Give me. Worth it. We can burn later. We've got a ×2 multiplier now. That's something to get us rolling. Mismatched cards score 0.05% of the total. Not good. Not good at all. Nice. Would have liked that later, but I'll take it. Okay. It's not the worst amount of total reduction. The eclipse of the reduction. The hundreds. The 50. That's 25. That stayed, so it wouldn't have been the worst. Yeah! I wanted the 50. We're not scoring anywhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. I'll take it. Sorry for anyone that has adverts, they have months now to stop with adverts. Okay, I will definitely take it because it was the whole total in one turn. Okay, Essence of Chaos. ×3, but it gets reduced. Spoonbender. Give me that. We can always burn it later. And I burn, 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 and I burn, burn, burn. As card revealed gets matched, even if they're not a matching pair. Like it. Burn one of these 10s. Okay. The chance of stay, repeat, ghost, auto. Give me on the ×2. Ghost ×2. Because that one's just going to get worse. We're going to burn that eventually. Can't overburn. Point gain from this card is permanently reduced by 2. It's only by 2. At the moment, that's actually pretty good. We can burn it later. We can burn it later. It's not per every time that it's matched though, it's every time it's flipped over. I'll take it for now. That's 300 odds. So it's going to need to be burned a bit quicker than would be ideal. But, you know, maybe using that multiplier really not the best. 2.74 now. No identical pairs in your hand. Multiply your score by 4.2. 20% discount on cards. That will pay for itself. -1 +1 max pairs, sorry. Do like it. You don't need it right now. Not yet. I felt it. Okay. I know where the other matching thing is. There. Perfect. Toothbrush. What do we need to ban? That's not as much as I would like, unfortunately. And created yesterday by bot. 550. We can have a low scoring round. Get rid of the low scoring cards. I think that one's the 50, but max pairs. I'll take it. 900s. 50. 5 pairs. Big molds. Hundreds, of course it's hundreds. The last pair will always match. You didn't need Big Malt. Big Malt strikes again. Like 50. There's... Hundreds. Long hundreds. 50. It's fine, we still win. Wasn't ideal, but we win. Color stamp bands is 1 point something to 1.9. I like that very much. First pair colored cards matches no matter what. Matching 2 jokers earns you $20 if your hand is at least 10% of the score goal. Right, that's just very good. I will, unless I want the thing. That's $20. We don't have a Joker right now, so I don't think it's worth it. Okay, and then we will burn. And I burn, and I burn. There. I have $1 left. Okay, we've got some multipliers. We've got some things. Okay. A random curio is disabled. Okay, so the first one being automatically matching is disabled. That's not the worst. Now I don't particularly... Oh, it was the first matching things of a matching colour definitely match, right? That's wrong one. That. Okay, the multipliers out there amongst these, like that was one of them for definite. I think we'll save it. 550. Interesting how that still matches amongst them. Give me the 75. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna reduce it down to 2.5, but it's gonna be a lot of points. Again, we can burn it at any time. We can burn it at any time. Upgrade the 10. No. That one's 150, but it loses a move. I think that's not the words. All cards get color stamped. Upgraded cards is very handy. Burn me a 10. Okay, this one is a multiplier on the repeato. 1.2. Repeating. Nice. Okay. We've got no money, but that's fine. Ghosts. 104. 50. There's the 150. Okay. The last pair will always match, but what if it's just a singular card? It won't match because it's not a pair. Even though the random first card stamped did actually match it. There's ghosts. That's that, but I don't really want that. Give me the ghosts. Okay, so I definitely messed things up a bit by doing the off-matching, I think. That's the... shouldn't really match. I'll take it. 8,000. We didn't need to times 2.5 it. It probably would have been enough. Burn cost times 2. Well, burn's not worth a lot. 2% of the score goal immediately is kind of okay. I've just got more than 2,000 points, so eventually it becomes worthless. But that's a 2,000 point thing in itself eventually. So that's kind of okay. Okay, so we want to